Good afternoon, this is Steven with SG Saber Design, and we're going to have a quick one today. This is a custom made Starkiller that Joe sent to me. It's already installed with CFX, however his crystal was flickering, kind of intermittent, wasn't working real well, and his chassis was, I don't want to say it was broken, but it was not holding in, so when you unscrewed it, it just kind of hung, which wasn't a good situation for it. So he sent it to me for some repairs, and after looking at it, this was his original chassis. The problem was this little section here was all that was holding this chassis into the hilt, and I believe at one point, based on what was inside the hilt after this came out, that it was epoxied in originally, and he did not want it re-glued. So what I did was I created a whole new chassis, and being CFX, I did not opt to put another kill switch in on the new one. I think that's just a little unnecessary from everything I've done with CFX so far. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've done. This is just a gorgeous piece. Was installed or built by someone out of a Graflex, and then I believe Joe weathered this himself, and it is stunning. A real great quartz crystal in there, some wires wrapped in there. Let's go ahead and take a look inside of what we've done. So, one thing Joe wanted was some blinkies, so we're going to show you that in a second. What I've done is I took the CFX board out of his original chassis, removed all the wiring, and replaced all the wiring in here up to about there. Everything up here, like I said, it appears to have been epoxied together. Would have liked to have been able to replace the emitter up here. It is a non-lit emitter PCB, but he does have a lit blade plug, so that works out well. It's 2 buttons, and we got our 18650 battery. Now this chassis now slides up all the way up to about here, and it is fairly tight, but should it need to come out, it will come out. It's just friction pushed in there. Basically just replaced, took his speaker, put it in this, and I flipped over his board just to make it a little bit easier to get to the card if he needs to. And then we've got 2 15 pixel strips that mimic the blade and the crystal. So if we fire this up with a battery, one moment while I'll go grab a battery. Okay, so this is Joe's battery. It's got a wrap on it, spring side negative. We're going to slide that in there, and it's on. So now if we hit our activation button, you can see we've got pixels all along here. Our crystal is working perfectly, and our emitter is working. And if we put this on, we'll get a lot more volume out of it. So let's go ahead and put a blade in real quick, just make sure everything's working fine. Loosen that up, and then we gotta squeeze the bunny ears until that blade plug drops out. I'm gonna have to squeeze these a little bit to slide in. This is a 7/8 inch blade, And just a second while I tighten that screw up just a hair. And go ahead and fire up this short blade.
Sound bank selection.
Unhinged. Rebellion.
Now you can see got our blue. You can see there are pixels in here are blue. And they will flash just like the blade. So that's basically all I've done with this. Just give them a new chassis. Went with all black. I'm going to put a little strip down here to kind of mimic that before I'm done. And if you want, Joe, like some silver rub and buff, going over lightly would really probably make some of the details that I've got in here pop out a bit better. But otherwise, hope everything is to your liking, and I will be contacting you and getting this to you as soon as possible. Thank you.